May the best pet win. Now this was a really good episode, I have to say. Least of all being, finally, we got a fucking song. We've been waiting 6 damn episodes for a song, and we have nothing. We come here, and we get a duet with Fluttershy and Rainbow Dash. Yeah, it was... And the episode itself, though, was just really, really good. You know, it was, the race scene was pretty epic, and the ending, while I'm happy with the ending, but I really think that the Falcon was such a good choice for Rainbow. You know, if the turtle wasn't there, I definitely think the Falcon would have made a great pet. But here's my problem. Where is Tank now? You know, you go to the trouble of introducing Tank as Rainbow's new companion, and he hasn't shown up again. And you've done this, you did this with the other characters too. You know, Winona, haven't seen her. You know, Owlicious. Yeah. Haven't seen a lot of them. Mysterious Mare-Duel. Well, the ending for this was very satisfying. You know, the dramatic reveal when it turned out to be the other characters all along. It turned out to be Twilight and Pinkie and Fluttershy and Applejack and Rarity. It turned out to be all of them. That was very satisfying. Unfortunately, this episode was very weak. It was entirely predictable, except for the ending. And really, the ending was still kind of predictable. You know, the writers did drop in subtle hints that it's the other 5 plotting against Rainbow. I mean, yeah, I guess for its target audience of young kids, it would kind of fly over their heads. But for people like me, we picked up on it really easily. This episode was okay, but it's definitely the worst of the season so far. Sweet and Elite. Not much to say about this one. I mean, I like this episode, yeah. And it suffered from the same thing as Cutie Pox, though, and nothing really stood out. You know, except Party Cannon. That's really the only thing I had to say about this episode. Party Cannon. And that's it. And I like this. I really like this episode too, but nothing to say about it. Secret of My Excess. We get a Spike episode. Yeah, that's alright, yeah. But this turned out to be a pretty good episode. You know, I like the idea of dragons. As they get greedier, they mature. You know, I like that. That was a nice touch. And the King Kong references at the end. Oh my god. A little too much. But yeah, this was a really good episode, and I liked it. I liked it very much. Hearth-Warming Eve. Oh my god, I loved this episode. And this is my favorite episode of the season so far, and one of my favorite episodes of all time. It's even better than Sisterhoods. You know, when Equestria Daily announced the synopsis of it, everyone was predicting, the Fanon is going to die. You know, we're introducing canon backstory, and now the Fanon backstory is going to completely collapse because of it. And really, when the episode came out, no, it didn't. And I thought that the episode was going to focus more on the actual play being performed. And, you know, not more or less a actual dramatization of the actual events, just using the main six as characters. I thought it was going to be more of the trials and tribulations that happened, behind the scenes. No, it was just a dramatization of the actual events, just performed with the main six. And you know what? I'm fine with that. The episode turned out really well. And long live Pegasopolis. I've got to say it. Long live Pegasopolis. Family Appreciation Day. Now, when I read the synopsis for this on Equestria Daily, I thought to myself, really? We're gonna have a Granny Smith episode? You have a whole slew of characters who need their own episode. Scootaloo, Derpy, and you're gonna focus on Granny Smith. Why? I don't think any of us were really asking for a Granny Smith episode. But when the episode finally came around, I had to say it more than made up for it. It was a pretty silly episode, actually, and almost to the point where it got really annoying. But that aside, it was a pretty good episode. The story at the end was great. I loved the story at the end. However, the story did have one flaw in logic that RWL talked about on the forum. And that would be, Granny Smith was apparently around for the founding of Ponyville, but back in Winter Wrap-Up, Twilight says that Ponyville was founded hundreds of years ago. So would that make Granny Smith hundreds of years old? Well, apparently. I don't know. It was still a great episode, and I really enjoyed watching it. A lot better than I was expecting. But again, I was expecting complete and utter shit, so that's really not saying a whole lot. And finally, Baby Cakes. We finally get a Pinkie Pie episode, and it borrows kind of the same premise that we had in the Stairmaster. Somebody needs to babysit the kids. What do? Oh, I know. We'll ask Fluttershy, or in this case, Pinkie Pie. Pound Cake and Pumpkin Cake, I really hope they return. I like these characters. And I really hope that someday we get to see him mature. Because I'd like to see him as full-grown ponies. I'd like to see that. I think a few of us would. I was really glad that they didn't go, that Pinkie didn't go full-on Pinkamena. I'm glad she, I'm gonna say it, I'm glad that she didn't attempt to make cupcakes out of Pound Cake and Pumpkin Cake. Oy. I can't believe I just said that. And all in all, I was entertained throughout this whole episode. This is a very, very good episode. Not among the ranks of Sisterhoods and Hearthwarming, but still, it's one of the better episodes of the season. And I enjoyed it quite a lot. So that's my review of Season 2 so far. And I'm really looking forward to what the rest of Season 2 has in store for us. I'm really looking forward to Read It and Weep in particular. I think that's going to be a really good episode, just judging on the synopsis. So, I'll see you guys whenever Season 2 finishes. And I'll just do the rest of the episodes then. This has been CloudConnection, signing out. Have a good day.